welcome to another installment of Here Today, Storm Tomorrow. It's episode number 8 for February the 17th, 2015. So let's take a look around the world at the moment. We have one active storm, that's Cyclone Lam, and 4 invests apart from that as well. The Eastern Pacific, first of all, looking at the satellite imagery for around the globe, we have some small areas of cloud here and there, but nothing really of a tropical nature. There is a particular area or two affecting Mexico right now, just a little bit, nothing too out of the ordinary at this time. In the Atlantic, fairly quiet right now as well. Heavy weather, as we know, over the continental United States. A well-publicized deep freeze is continuing this week for many, extending perhaps as far as Florida, possibly going down to freezing there, but nothing of a tropical nature anywhere in the Atlantic, of course. The Western Pacific, small area of interest centered near Palau at this time. Apart from that, it's very much dead there as well at this time, and that small area of interest too hasn't even been tagged as an invest, so we're not expecting any development of that anytime soon. The Indian Ocean, we have a large area of interest here, that's south of the equator. 2 discernible systems which have been tagged as invests right now. One of those is in the central part of the activity here you see on this map, this satellite image, not far from Diego Garcia, whilst the other is off the western coast of Australia, and a third invest as well is located off the coast of Mozambique, but no development from any of these systems yet. In Australia, of course, we have Cyclone Lam, which formed in the past few hours. We'll be talking about that one shortly. Invest 98p, also looking rather impressive in the Coral Sea. We'll be having a little update on that shortly too. But let's take a look first of all at Cyclone Lam. As of 9 p.m. UTC, it's currently with winds of 40 miles per hour and a pressure of 996 millibars. Its position's 11.3 degrees south, 139.6 degrees east. As of right now, the JTWC and the Australian Bureau of Meteorology differ with their forecasts, and we'll talk about both of them here. First of all, the JTWC says that the storm will make landfall in the Northern Territory just east of Elcho Island as a Category 1 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. The Australian Bureau of Meteorology predict the storm to affect the island further south called Groot Eland. I think I got the pronunciation right there, I don't know. As a Category 4 storm on the Australian scale. If it does head towards that way, it will be affecting the western coast of the Gulf and Carpentaria, the eastern part of the top end of Australia, and that means it will spend more time over water, and more intensification, of course, is likely if it does head on that more southerly route. As for warnings right now, we do have warnings in effect. The Bureau of Meteorology has issued cyclone warnings for the northeastern tip of the top end, with watches extending as far as Maningrida and Numbulwar in Australia. The watch and warning areas are likely to be extended in time as well as the storm heads closer towards that area and is likely to be significantly stronger by the time it arrives. That's our current forecasts. As far as satellite imagery is concerned, at the moment, Lam has been intensifying and remains a potent central core. You can see it here. It's influencing the weather in the watch and warning areas already, seeing light to moderate rainfall. Conditions are expected to deteriorate. Sea surface temperatures warm in southern Indian Ocean, 28 degrees or so in the Mozambique Channel as well. Same too for all points north of Mauritius. Very warm around the Australian continent in the north, around 30 degrees C. Even higher in the Gulf of Carpentaria, which is of course where this storm may be headed. Warm in the equatorial Pacific, 26 degree threshold covering most of the development region of the Western Pacific as well. The South China Sea just about getting the 26 degrees Celsius threshold over parts of there too. As far as wind shear is concerned, mainly for the Australian region, moderate and borderline around our current storm Cyclone Lam, very high shear to the north and northeast, low shear over land to the west, and high shear south of the Gulf of Carpentaria over land mostly. The models are showing nothing new from what the forecasts have already shown us. However, they also pick up on that invest in the Coral Sea, and we could see another landfall in Australia in quick succession in southern Queensland, with the remnants passing very close to Brisbane in the next 3 or 4 days. Now it's time to cross over to On This Day with our friend of Force 13, Daniel Hudson.
Hello, this is Daniel Hudson, and here's another look back at what happened on this day in the world of storms. Here at Force 13 we're building a database of what happened each and every day in the storm record, which includes dates of formation, dissipation, landfalls, and anything else that interests us really. Currently we stand at 3,023 entries and it's ever growing. On February 17th, Tropical Depression 01W formed in the Western Pacific, and another depression also called 01W also found on this day in 2012 there. In 2005, Cyclone Nancy dissipated in the South Pacific. Then, Cyclone Ivan made a strong landfall in Madagascar as a Category 4 storm, killing 93 and causing $30 million in damages in 2007. Finally, 2 years later, Tropical Storm Innis formed near New Caledonia. Well, that's all from me for now, and let's go back to the studio. Hope you've enjoyed.
As always with the On This Day feature. Thanks very much, Daniel. So let's take a look now at how the Force 13 interactive features are going along. Predictor Season is of course our main feature if you're unaware of it. It's on the website force13.com/predictor season _2015. What is not the latest one actually, it's PAS 2015.html. The link's on your screen right now. And people who have submitted already, here's how the leaderboard looks. Anon leading the way with 32 points in the classic mode, followed by Someone's Cousin with 34 points, Ivan Woodbury with 74, a big smiley face with 134, Toy Bonnie with 166, Cyclone Matthew with 168, Nick December 2014 with 186, Mega Cyclone 444 with 187, Dale 18 with 192, along with Matthew with the same score. In the worldwide totals, a complicated equation leads the way with 14 points. No, it's not really. Boxy the Turtle with 24, Mega Cyclone 444 once more with 266, Force 13, that's myself, with 280, Jack with 282. And of course you can submit your own prediction to Force 13 either on the classic version or on the worldwide version. Now the difference between those, the classic version you predict for all the Northern Hemisphere basins, but with the worldwide version you predict how many storms you'll see around the world in the calendar year 2015. Linked on your screen again. So let's take a look at the storm totals for this calendar day. So far it was 9 tropical storms, but Lam makes it 10. 5 hurricane equivalent cyclones, 3 of those category 3 storms, 2 of those category 5s. It means a fairly average start to 2015 in terms of named storms, but we've already had 3 major cyclones this year, which isn't all too common. Even less so is that 2 of them have made it all the way to category 5 intensity, and I wonder when the next one will be. Perhaps fairly soon, who knows. But now let's cross over to Michael Scott, who has an update from UK and Ireland.
Hello and welcome to Here Today Storm Tomorrow UK weather segment with Force 15 and Force 13 UK. Over the past few weeks we have seen considerable amounts of snow up in the north, and the last of the snow is starting to melt in the lower levels of Scotland and northern England. Although the higher ground will have some snow because of the famous ski slopes up in Scotland. And also the past few hours has seen a band of rain push across the UK, delivering some hefty rainfall to the UK. Over the next few hours the rain band looks to be set to clear the UK, to make way for clearer conditions which could jolt the temperatures into falling, and we could see some frost and ice by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow looks to be another pleasant day, with a few scattered isolated showers, but that's expected at this time of year. And going into Wednesday looks to be more showers and more prolonged heavier bursts of rain will arrive in the UK, possibly bringing some thundery outbreaks of rain, and highs of 7 degrees is expected. Thursday seems to be more of the same from Wednesday, but the breaks in the cloud could see the temperatures creep up a bit more, with highs of around 9 degrees. Friday, a turn could be on the cards with a mostly sunny day and highs of around 11 degrees. This has been Force 13 UK on Here Today Storm Tomorrow. Back to Nathan in the studio.
Thanks very much for that update. You're back with Here Today, Storm Tomorrow. My name's Nathan Foy. So, before we leave you, let's talk about what's going on in the future of Force 13. It's a very short-term future as well. There's a few things going on. Not only are we launching new features like the blog feature, which some of you may be aware about. We're also looking for contributors on there, but I guess most people will want to see what it looks like first. But also, on the horizon, we're maybe having new live storm information, updates and forecasts, which is rather interesting indeed. You could be part of the team as well. If you'd like to be involved in the discussion of storm news as it happens, please contact us and we'll let you know what's going on. Those, of course, who want to keep most up to date but don't want to get involved, of course, as always, you'll be kept in the loop on Force 13 and all of its outlets. The latest schedule for videos is always on the home page of the website, but we'll also keep people updated on the other means as well. And those means, of course, you can visit the website, force13.com, as I said. Of course, YouTube, search Force 13 on there. Same too for Facebook and Twitter, at Force 13 on Twitter. And you can also speak to me on Skype, at Fool13 on there for Tropical Weather Chat. And you can also join the discussion there in our online chat room. Also airing very soon too is the first online version of the Force 13 game show. Now we're filming for that tomorrow, I believe, Tuesday evening, and it should go online towards the end of the week. Which is rather interesting indeed. I'm sure a lot of you may have seen the previous game show that we did in person last week, and it wasn't perfect, but we are looking to make future versions of that which will iron out any little difficulties that we may have had back then. It didn't help that we didn't have 3 microphones like planned, but there you go. You got to make the best out of what you have. And finally, we'd just like to point out a comment from AMC Doom, apparently, who submitted this comment 1 week ago addressed to me. Have you done a hypothetical Atlantic season for 2015? If so, where is it? I can't find it, and if not, please come create one, as it is 2015 already and only a few months away from the start of the season. Well, the procedure for that is that we're doing a hypothetical hurricane season contest. That's at the beginning of March. We'll let everyone know who wants to submit a hypothetical map. Of course, we didn't finish the last one from the end of 2014. That is still on the to-do list, which is a very long one, unfortunately. But hopefully, it will be done before this one gets on the to-do list as well, I suppose. Indeed, the season starts in the East Pacific on May the 15th and in the Atlantic on June the 1st, of course. Until then, we've got the Southern Hemisphere, which will keep us busy for a little while yet before that season begins to taper off. But that's all from me for now for Here Today, from Here Today, Storm Tomorrow, and we'll leave you with a random video, even I don't know what it is. But that's all from me for now, and we'll see you again tomorrow. If not, we may also have storm updates, regular storm updates, in between now and the next HTST. Thank you, goodbye.